This is a paddleboard by a company called SUPZOOM, and it is everything, believe it or not, everything is contained in here to actually get out on the water, which how handy is that? You can see it's a sturdy package, and what I like, they made it oversized so you can fit even more stuff in here. So first off, we got a paddle. It comes with a full-on like paddle stuck down in here. Is that not awesome? You can fit a whole breakdown paddle in there. You're gonna get your pump, so you get your hand pump, and then you get the board itself. There's the board. And then, believe it or not, they give you a little phone holder. So it's an IPX8 phone holder, which I really like those phone holders, by the way. A leg strap, that way if you fall off your board doesn't go 50 feet away from you. A repair kit, so check that out. You actually get a little repair kit with that if you ever poke a hole in it. A shoulder strap and a detachable like middle fin. This does have two little small fins on it, but it has a detachable middle fin that goes with it. And then there's the bag. You can kind of look over the bag and see exactly how the bag is. It's a very high quality bag. And then ain't that cool that all of this stuff fits down in here? So yeah, let me go ahead and blow this thing up and show you exactly what this board looks like when it's fully inflated, and then we'll get on the water. So let's do that now. All right, everybody, I got everything laid out. Let me go ahead and open it up here. You'll take that off, and I'm gonna put this stuff back in the bag right here because I'm not using that today, this today, that, and the instructions. You know what? We don't need instructions. And then check this paddle out, how easy this thing works. It's pretty much one button control there. Open that up, adjust it, and I wanna be a little overhead height, and then close that up. There's the full paddle right there. So the paddle's ready to go. This pump has a gauge on the top, and 99% of the paddle boards out there need to go to 15 PSI. So you want to check that. But then what I have today, I have an electric pump. So I'm going to use this electric pump to blow this thing up. This is by a company called Swander, I think. Maybe that S might be silent and it might be Wander, but I think it says Swander. I highly recommend this pump because I can tell you guys, using one of these air pumps, number one, you have to sit here with it and pump it all the time. And then number two, it wears you down before you get on the water. Let's roll the board out. So I've got the board laid out right here. You want to unscrew this right here, and you could see on here, maximum recommended pressure, 15 PSI. So I want to get my paddleboard fitting, and with a fitting you could see these are pressure type fittings. So you see how that fitting's up. Watch this. It's locked in there, so that's not going anywhere. So I lock that fitting on there, and there's a deflate and an inflate. The deflate will actually suck air out of it. This one has been deflated, and you see how tight the deflation is, which actually you don't think that's important until you have to pack one of these things down. Then you realize being deflated, you might need it. It has an automatic shut off. It will not go past 15 PSI and destroy your board. You can see how quickly that's already inflating it. When I used this inflator, it seriously took about 5 to 10 minutes max. Look how quickly that's working. It already looks like a paddleboard. The overall length is 10'6". It's 32 inches in its widest point, and the thickness right in there is 6 inches thick. And the actual overall weight is, believe it or not, 28 pounds. So pretty much anybody could haul this around. And it has a handle right there in the center for lifting it up. And the weight capacity on this thing goes from 125 pounds to 300 pounds. And the pressure can be anywhere from 15 to 20 PSI as far as max pressure. Recommended pressure is 15, and that's what I'm going at. To pull this off, what you want to do is this has an auto shut off on it when it comes out, so watch. You see that valve? That pressure valve comes up, so you ain't got to worry about losing. So even if this cap comes off, you're not going to lose your air. Put that on there. And just going, now that the board's inflated, just going over the board here, you see there's some bungee. I did tie this fisherman knot in the middle, and I tied it in kind of this cross pattern. You really just run it just like that if you guys are curious on how to do that. This is actually set up for a kayak seat. Believe it or not, there's an aftermarket seat where you could paddle this like a kayak, glued in, so you don't worry about these popping off. And you got a fitting back here where the ankle strap will go. And then rolling it over here, this thing is super light. Really cool color too. SUPZOOM on the side. This is the turtle pattern on the side. So you could see there's 2 fins back here and this large fin. Let me go ahead and show you how this large fin connects in. All right, to put this fin in, you want to face it going backwards just like those 2. Slide the fin just like this. It's a tight fit. So once you slide that in, see this like little thing right here? You want to just slide that like that. Locks into place right here, and see how it's locked in all the way around. Is that not awesome? That thing, and to get it out, it'll be the same way. You'll just push down on that and then slide that out. But let's go ahead and let's get in the water now. Right here's the, oh, it's not cold at all today. Put the ankle strap on. Now let's take off. Right away, the thing feels pretty stable. It feels very stable just standing here in the water. This is one of these things like, you don't know you like it until you get it. Then after you get it, you want to use it every time. I do have that big fin on there, and I don't think I need that big fin. Oh, it's deep out here. You're gonna have to quit walking around. I'm gonna end up flipping us both. See any fish? You want back on? Decent amount of speed with this thing. You know, for a short board, it's actually pretty quick. Even Remo likes it. Come here, Remo. See, even Remo likes the board. He went for a swim before I did. That's all I got today on the SUPZOOM all-arounder turtle paddleboard. You know what? Even Remo approved this one. Highly recommend this board. Jump, Remo, jump. You can put your paddle up under there, and if you fall off, you have the board, you have the leash to hold on to. Let's get out of here. Woo!